Well, hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm feeling like doing some 3D artwork. How is everyone doing? Hey Perks, how's it going, dude? Hey, look, Murray. Hey, Ness. Nice to have you here. You're very much welcome. Bonjour, Sumishka. Hope you're well. Hey, Cynical, how's it going? We'll stay in the office. Oh, really? Why? What happened? Yeah, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Had a good day today. Just busy, yeah. I put up the first 5 videos of this tutorial for this weapon on YouTube, so that's pretty exciting. Welcome to the stream. Everyone who's new here, you're more than welcome. Just chill and hang out. Nino, how's it going? No, I've just started, don't worry. How's it going, Nino? Just subbed. Ah, thanks. Yeah, if you want to catch those videos, I mean, I wanted to do a little bit more work on them, but I didn't. I just put them out as they were. Oh no, don't worry about that, Nino. I honestly, like, you really don't have to do that. I really appreciate that. But honestly, don't worry. It's really great that you'd even attempt to do that. Oh, was it difficult trying to download it? Okay, well, I'll see what I can do with it. Like, yeah, yeah, don't worry about that, honestly. They go to YouTube anyway, and you can use certain websites to download YouTube videos. That might be a little bit better. The quality on YouTube was unusable. Okay. Wow. Well, I'm sorry about that. Visibly worse, yeah. Don't worry about it. Dan Conroy lurking in the background. I see you there. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the follow, MacNear 9 Tahir. I hope I pronounced that right. You could probably do a compilation of me getting all the Username's wrong. Hey Vase, how's it going? Hey Teddy. Oh, it doesn't. That's a bit rubbish, isn't it? I wonder when. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Nine. That's a bit rubbish. I wonder when the emotes will get approved and the bit tiers icons. Hey, Ducky. So where were we last time? We were modeling this, and I was giving it some thought yesterday, and I'm not too sure I'm all that keen on it. Shouldn't take more than a week. Okay, well that's cool. Honestly, Perks, they look so good. Let me pull them up again. I was really impressed with them. You did a really great job. Oh, that's not even them. Never mind. These are so good. I really like these. And for your first attempt at like pixel art, I'll make the sub badges as well. Match them as well. That'll be sweet. Yeah, I really like these. Talented dude. Oh man, Brooke has. That's kind of sucky. Right, so where were we? Yeah, we were looking over this scissor handle, and I don't know. I kind of like it, but I kind of really like the idea of a peg. I don't know why, as a trigger, but um, I don't know. Maybe we can keep it for this instance. Dan, you might know this. How would this gun even work? Hey, Mig 99. You're very much welcome here. Because in my head, right, I'm pointing again at the screen as if you'd know where I'd be pointing, but it's just like a single shot reload. Obviously, like I've done the. Hey, is it Giles or Giles? I don't know how you're supposed to write that down to differentiate the two, but uh, no comment. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the compliments. My pleasure. This gun is called the Gutter Gun. It was a IRA homemade weapon that was crafted by some locals. Whether or not it was fired, don't really know. I think it's probably used like a ball bearing, loaded in maybe, perhaps. And it's just like a one shot. Hey, Nine, yeah, I work on Rust, doing weapons, some of the vehicles, a bunch of their assets. Um, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Procaz. Hey, Morpheus as well. How's it going? Yeah, that's what I think. Because there's a spring here. I imagine it locks into place here and then just shoots it out. Exactly, yeah, Mig. So let's go with that, right? It shoots little ball bearings, right? That would Whether that would maim someone, like would it kill someone? Who knows? Um, Tier 2 Ioka. Oh, that would be sick. That would be so good. Tier 2 Ioka. Hmm. Yeah, but a ball bearing or like a pinball versus a shotgun pellet, shotgun round. Not really sure. You had an idea for more stream content. What's that? Be better. Just be more entertaining and a vertical foregrip after this project. Okay, a vertical foregrip. I think I know what you mean. Something like this. Hey, Badrip. This gun already has one. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you so much for the follow, Mr. Beat TV. Hey, Cody, how's it going? Hey, Charlie the Gypsy. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, so let me load up the ZBrush file just to... Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Beat. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, I was a bit awkward yesterday towards the end when I was asking if you could like share the stream and stuff like that. I sort of got over that now that I've slept on it. It would be deeply appreciated, um, especially now that I can't stream as much, because it's not so much for me. The reason why I loved the fact that I could do it for such a long period of time was because then more people could sort of see and come in and ask questions and stuff like that. But because my time is a bit more limited now, um, it kind of sucks. Um, so yeah, if you could share whenever, or it's entirely up to you. Because I feel like people shouldn't necessarily need to pay for this information, which is why I've given out that the first half of this just on YouTube. Um, Let me load up where we were in ZBrush because I just want to have a look so you guys can get a better picture of where we're at. ZBrush. Hey Mig, Birmingham City Uni, do you know Zubi Ahmed by any chance? Yeah, so this is where we were in ZBrush. And maybe it's kind of worth going over just the tape for a couple of minutes, perhaps. Oh, okay, you know who Zuvi is. So he used to be my tutor, one of my tutors, design tutors at uni. And I came into Birmingham City Uni to do a little talk about my history and stuff like that. Hey, Dancy. Oh yeah, I forgot you knew him. um, out of everything you've modelled in Rust, do you have a favourite model? A favourite model? Oh man, a favourite model. That's tough. It's tough. I mean, it's weird because there's just some stuff that I'm looking at now on my portfolio. Um, and it's like, I like all of it. There's some things that I like less than other stuff. Um, I really like doing stuff like this. I don't know why. That was really fun to make. This stuff was really cool. Like really random stuff like this. Little technical pieces, you know. That was quite nice. Road sign gloves. I didn't make those, unfortunately. Did I do a second version of that? No. You found a green version? Oh, no. So I think Damien may have altered the texture just to fit it in somewhere. I think maybe like, was it like a computer station or something? Yeah. I think Damien did that. Yeah. So with the tape, what I did, I mean, if it's obviously I've only just put all those videos out, and I think the last one contains the tape. And so after um, importing it into Blender, for some reason, Marvelous Designer, when you add thickness in the program and then export it and bring it in, it doesn't like welding the verts together. So you have to make sure that all the verts are welded before bringing it into ZBrush. And because the resolution isn't all that great, um, like it needs to be a little bit more denser and a bit more smoother. Um, I bring it into ZBrush. Usually run it through ZRemesher. This is what I do in the tutorial or the process video, and then I just smooth things out a little bit that are just a bit out of place, um, whilst trying to keep the overall like conformity to the mesh, so it doesn't go completely too straight, too smooth and flat. Um, I have already sculpted this part. I could probably do a little bit more, which I said I probably will do once I've got like the tape on and every other little bit, just maybe go over it a little bit. But something like this is where like reference comes in quite a bit. Let me get my reference. Okay, here we go. So it's this kind of wood, and this particular kind of wood that is quite layered. You or where's the actual? You don't tend to have a lot of like detail in the almost like in the flat surfaces. So like all this grain, I would probably typically leave out and just leave it to substance painted to figure out in the texturing. Um, and so like what I would do, I'd probably do like the scuff marks and the larger um, cuts into the wood. I mean, even though this looks like it's quite old, this sort of makeshift gun, which is kind of cool, anyways. It's like it's been modified from a sort of like a toy wooden gun. and it looks kind of old. You don't really see much wear and tear. There's a little bit here, there. It's kind of pixelated, but you know, this is probably a better image. You get some on the edges, you know, where you probably use it most. But the surface here, the flat part, there's not much surface damage to it at all. There's not much normal information. Hey, Ant, how's it going? So as well with the welding as well, when you were seeing me doing the tank, I did it kind of at like a basic welding because it's such a big asset. You're not really going to get those granular details that are quite small, especially in the weld. So there's not much point doing it because you're just going to get lost in the texture. But because it's something like this is a gun and it's a small object, but it's going to take up more space on screen. You can sort of delve into the granular details. So I was using this like the spray. I can't remember the actual term, but I was doing sort of like the blobs in the with the welding, as you can sort of see here, where it's sort of sprayed off. Yeah, hardwood won't dent as easily. Um, yeah, that's right, Cody. It always gets polished by the hand holding it. That's right. And then just some knocks and stuff. Like if you drop it, you've got to kind of like, when making something like this, you've got to sort of make up a history to it to justify those details. And that's a really good way of looking at something like this. That's an improvised weapon. It's made out of bits that you've found, old bits. And so making up that history um, can really help the whole modeling process. So like, for example, here for the foregrip. Oops, I just destroyed that. Let me hide some stuff because it's getting a bit laggy. Let me hide that. So with this part here, I tilted it. Can just about see if I turn it off. I tilted it a little bit, like it's gone in at an angle, and it's not gone in quite straight. And then tilted it to the side a little bit as well, just to get a sort of imperfection. It's subtle, but it's enough to have some sort of an effect. Hey Hannibal, welcome here. Yeah, the tape was a really fun process. I'll link you to that video if you want. Just before we I think that's the right link. That's the link to the process of making all the tape. What's the new rep feature? Thank you for the follow as well, Hannibal. You're very much welcome here. So yeah, making those little details can sort of have an impact on an improvised weapon when you're making it. Because if you go into this without having sort of a history in your mind, or if you have a concept in front of you, for me, it's not very encouraging, and I sort of get a bit lost if I don't have that. So whenever I have a concept in front of me that Paul has done or Howie, I sort of try and imagine how it was put together, and that really helps me in the modeling process. So like I'm even thinking about what the animation could look like as well. So maybe this foregrip, maybe it's a little bit loose. Maybe the parts aren't together so well because it looks like it's really unreliable. So you kind of want, um, or you would hope that the animation would reflect that as well. So in my head, this part here that's highlighted, maybe that would sort of rattle a little bit. Um, yeah, and like, I mean, because I've only got one side of um, the reference here of this one side, I've just got to sort of imagine using other references like this one, which is sort of similar. What I did was I included dowels on the other side, likewise. So it's a bit more familiar, like a toy gun, you know? And also so it's not exactly the same on both sides. There's some sort of difference there. Hey Slime, how's it going? I think the hardest part of modelling this was actually the Jubilee clip. That probably caused the most pain. Just because the way um, Blender handles the way I was doing it is it can be a bit unreliable. And that's using basically modeling out the mesh flat and then using a curve and then using as a path to go along. Um, Let me load Blender up. So this was originally modeled flat, and I put in the details, the ridges, and then I used the curve for it to path along. Um, but for some reason, it was being a bit weird about it. So that took a few tries in the tutorial. So, I mean, I could, hey Pompic, a real katana rep. Yeah, I imagine that was quite difficult. So, did you manage to do it though, Bed? I think you would have done, surely. Thank you so much for the follow, Cutaneous. I appreciate that. You're very much welcome here. So yeah, what we could do now, I mean, we could carry on with the trigger mechanism here, and maybe put a little few pieces in here. Well, hopefully the stream is growing. That would be cool. Literally, as you said that, it changed. Giles, I wish I did weapon animation. Unfortunately, I don't, but I really want to learn. Um, it's an area that I really want to go into. I think I may have mentioned it in another stream, but I animated in my own time my version of the L96 Reload to be a bit more snappier and a bit more responsive. A guy called Alex Webster. Yeah. But I was just like, when you play games that have such amazing animations, like Call of Duty Warzone, for example. Um, not Cold War. Cold War is a bit subpar in my opinion. No offense to the animators there. Um, like I felt like a lot of them just felt so like they had a lot of weight to them, and I think a lot of that is to do with the camera shake as well. Um, like reacting to the moves. Um, yeah, and I would love to go over the Rust animations, first person animations. I would absolutely love that, and at least attempt something. Because I am super interested in that. I didn't think I would be, but I am big time. Thank you for the follow, little squirt. Um, you're very much welcome here. Yeah, Hyper is the guy who actually really inspired me, big time. Oh my goodness, his memes are so funny. I love them. Hey Rob, sure, how's it going? Um, yeah, he actually has some Blender animations. Because I think he started out using Blender for animating his weapons. I think he's moved on to 3ds Max or Maya now, because his later videos are in those, in 3ds Max, I believe. But there's like a whole host of different, like, really good weapon animators on YouTube. Um, but yeah, Hyper's animations are really quite helpful even to this day. So we could detail this in ZBrush now, or we can do something really boring and sort of, well, I wouldn't say boring, just try and figure out the mechanism here. I don't know what you would think would be the best mechanism, Dan, because you're quite and even because you two are both have a lot of you're quite proficient with weapon knowledge. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate that. I don't know what would be best. Just something there, just to give an indication. You might have to, if you find something, Dan, you might have to send it me through either Discord or Facebook. Discord is probably a bit better. 2 rubber bands, yeah. I'm just going to open up the window because it's getting very, very hot, and I don't really want to be having a glistening forehead on stream. No secret loves. Sure. I wish they're very expensive. And no, I didn't get a free one for making it, unfortunately. I got a discount, but it was like 20 or 40 quid. And it was like I got this chair, this Corsair chair, before that, so I can't really help it really. Yeah, I made the chair model. print out the textures. Cynical, that would be sick. That would be so good. I should just bust this chair up to look like this one. Hey, Astronux. How long does a chair like this take? Maybe 2 weeks. Because I was just getting used to Blender. It was one of my early tasks in Blender, like big tasks. And like the funny thing is like if you remember me talking about it last time, they because like is this the original version? No, it's not. The original version is this one. I like where it's all torn and stuff like that, and they said they loved it. They loved the tape and the staples and stuff like that, and they loved the hand banister railing thing onto the side and the bucket, but they didn't like the tearing and the wear because it kind of indicated that their chair would wear down. I'm like, it's a Rust game. It's Rust. It's a post-apocalyptic. So I got rid of the tear there and here and just reapplied the textures in Substance Painter. It's quite a fairly easy adjustment. Custom grunge or from Substance Painter? I can't remember. I think it may have been a mix, possibly. You know, it would be really sweet if they made a special. Oh, Ant's messaged me about it. A special edition of that chair where they made it like the Rust version. That would be pretty cool. Look up a Lutty gun. They are basically homemade guns. They have a very simple homemade trigger mechanism. Oh, sweet. That's really cool. Lutty gun. Let's do this. Ah, you know what? I think I've seen something like this. That's kind of cool. Sorry, I was reading something. So it just hits back and hits at the back of the thing. To me, that kind of makes it seem like what you could do is like where's my reference? Like, you could have something. Well, you're not really going to see it though, are you? You're not really going to see it. Is it going to be worth it? Maybe here. I don't know. It's so weird, man. Yeah, you could have the mechanism going here. That'd be kind of cool, right? Yeah, the pie is amazing. Like, I said on Twitter how amazing. Like, I'm still amazed at what people can do with um what skin creators can do. Yeah, it's pretty much bolt action because it's got to release something. It's got to hit something here, and um, 50k. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I could try and press help for you. Um, you're very much welcome here, by the way. I don't even know how to pronounce Chrissy. That's what you said, isn't it? I remember now. Hide the drugs. Everybody knows the cops has the best drugs because they know where to get them from. Yeah, the quarry and the pump jack models. So I made the jackhammer. I ended up with the Pookie set because I have been about wanting a Hazzy suit that makes you look like a giant walking Pookie bear. I need it. Um, I'll try and convince Helk, see what he can do, just for you. Oh no, I didn't do that. Sorry. Um, um, the quarry was done by Damien and Vince, maybe. Do I also make skins, or just the models? Well, you could just sort of flex your Twitch association. Uh, maybe that will work. Thank you so much for the follow, Eternal Omgaha. You're very much welcome here, as is everyone else. Yeah, so this isn't a new animal. This was something that I did years ago, like 5 years ago. And it was just a concept that was floating around like a radboar, and I modeled it, and like we just sort of thought it's a bit rubbish, which it is. I don't even know why I've got it on there. To be honest, I should delete it. I don't really know about the new animals when they will go in, or at least nothing that I can say, should say, because I don't want to get in further trouble. They do need a doctor. I think they need a little bit more than a doctor, right? Yeah, so Rust fugitive on the run. Can you just imagine walking with those glowing orbs in between your legs? You don't need to imagine. Humble man. So you got glowing radioactive. Yeah. What about the giant excavator pit? I bet that took months to complete. Yeah, I didn't do that either. Yeah, that sort of stuff takes a very long time because it's a big project. Thank you so much for the follow, dumpstering. You're very much welcome here. Whomever you are, feel free to lurk or feel free to chat. It's Twitch, do whatever you want. Not anything, obviously, but... So, that firing pin, so usually the firing pin is kept in the bolt held back by the spring. So when the bolt goes forward when fired, it takes the firing pin with it and it hits the back of the round. Okay, so... Hey Enigma, how's it going? So when this is pulled back, right, let's just grab this base mesh and the actual whole thing. That goes back and that would actually go this way. Let's just imagine it goes this way, right? There's... Hey Rory, how's it going? Yeah, as Nino said, so do you think the mechanism should extend all the way back here? And because I'm trying to make it like to be exact to the because I've made this inside part here. So when it goes right here, you've got enough space to sort of put the pellet in. Oh, thanks, Nino. I should probably make you moderator, you know. You're quite helpful to people who ask a lot of questions. It's quite cool, man. What's VIP? Just out of curiosity, did I design the rust weapons? Not really. Paul did. What's editor? There's actually Nino, if I give you editor, you can download past broadcasts if you really want to do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Thank you so much for the follow, Camden. You're very much welcome here. Very much welcome here. Yeah, so I'll leave the firing mechanism for now. I'm just going to go into ZBrush with this and detail the Jubilee clip. I mean, I would love to do it in Blender like I did with the nail head, but it's just a bit tricky, isn't it? Thank you so much for the follow, Bada Ghost. Dinner who? Honestly, no idea. Different file format. OBJ is awful and needs to go. Yeah, I don't really know any engine that uses it. Game engine. Ow. Sorry. I'll check that video in a sec. And that's cool. If you're new to the stream, you're very much welcome. Feel free to lurk and do whatever you want. Put me in the background if you want. I think FBX. No, I was going to say, does it? Yeah, OBJ you're allowed to have multiple objects. Basically, just bad. Yeah. Yeah, basically. So I only really use OBJs for when exporting to ZBrush because, well, I don't really need to do anything to it apart from just sculpt on it. So I'm just going to hide all the stuff that I don't need, everything but the foregrip, basically. No, not that, sorry. Just this part. Oh, it's inverted, isn't it? Always check. Always check. What the heck, man? Yep, if it's red, you need to invert it. recalculate outside, and voila. Yeah, I saw that as well. That's Control N. I don't know if that would work with mine because I have a different setup in terms of I use the industry key map. I don't know if it would be the same. It might be. I just might destroy everything that I've done. Right, so I'm just every time I load this up, man. Just gonna split it. And then I mean, because this is a metal clip and it's something that I don't know how detailed it's going to be in terms of damage and wear. The only damage part really is the bottom part here. I forgot the name of it. Everything else is like in the texture. And you'll notice that I've done the Jubilee clip. Hang on. Maybe it was the song. I thought I heard someone shout. You'll notice that I've done it a little bit differently because Jubilee clips look different. So I wanted to find the one that was a bit more, would be a bit more, I guess, less taxing. So this one would obviously have like, either you could cut and have it, the insets here like cut through the mesh, or you could have it alphaed, but then more polygons or an alpha channel, an alpha map, which could cause issues. I haven't seen the Apex high polys. Where are they? Just on ArtStation. The threads used to bend a little on these clamps when too much force is applied. Do you mean this part here, or the actual? So the next personal piece is, do you remember what I showed you a while ago, Dan, when I wanted to make like a series of weapons? Let me find actually the reference for that. Okay, right, yeah. I see what you're saying, Nino. Okay. Let me try and find it, Dan. Man, it's far back actually. Yeah, so I wanted to make a load of weapons from like oh, he's got, sorry Blakey. I need to change that up, but I want to make like a series of weapons from forgottenweapons.com, like sort of old weapons like an M3 grease gun, um, and some others. And I think I was gonna do it on just like through YouTube, but I think I might do it through the stream. I think that'd be quite nice. I think I'm nearly there. I think I nearly found the image I sent you, dude. Scrolling through Facebook messages. Sorry about this. Nope, not that. Ah, found it. Found a bunch of images. Whoa, sorry about that. One of them was this one. Was it? That's a. What is that? Stern, that's it, yeah. Completely went out. I was thinking stern in my head for some reason. And a Walter MP3 machine gun. Oh, I do something like that. And there's like 3 other ones. Jams everything every 5 minutes. So yeah. Okay, this is looking good. So there's a, yeah, I'm just going to smooth out the edges here, just so it's a bit. See, one thing that, especially when it comes to like to weapons, is like the bevels on the edges. You might fall into this trap of like making them super tight, and like if you look at like the hard up videos and box cut videos, you'll see that they tend to do their bevels for their whatever they're making super tight, like really tight, and it's not really good for video games because at a far distance you want to be able to catch that highlight of the edge. So something like this example, even though it's relatively small, and even though like in real life it might have like a super sharp edge, right? But it's going to look like in game is anti-aliased, like really jagged, not anti-aliased, whatever, you know what I mean. Maybe that's the right one, but it's just going to look really jagged. So it's really good practice. It's just to exaggerate the bevel just a little bit more. I like, so from afar, it keeps that really nice edge. It keeps it crisp and yeah, it's if you're going to take anything away from today, it's that keep your bevels soft. unless it's absolutely necessary. Overwatch bevels. Yeah. Got my first like here, so it's quite sharp, but I'm just gonna subdivide it again. Just gonna smooth it out a little bit, just so it smooths out the bevel there, just a little bit more. There's deformation. Thank you so much for the follow roll. You're very much welcome here. Clay polish, that's it, yeah. That's what I was looking for. I should use that more often, shouldn't I? So let me just whoops. Try to be stylish. Look like a loser. I'm just gonna plug my Wacom tablet in now. Fusion 360. I haven't tried Fusion 360 yet. It looks so good. But it looks like super technical though. Do mouse, it's more fun. For who? Like with this, like I tend just to use the clay brush and just like a circle alpha. Like it's weird because like when you start sort of like growing in 3D art, especially with like something like ZBrush or Photoshop, I think it's become a bit of a meme now. Like one of the things that you say or ask other people is like, what brushes do you use? What alphas are you using? And like whilst in some cases it's kind of a valid question, I think most of the time when I've seen people like do ZBrush, they use maybe like one or two like really simple brushes. Um, like I've not really used IMMs before, maybe once or twice, but yeah, it's either this one, the clay brush, or for something like dense, or I'll just load up this ZBrush folder, go to their brush file, go to trim, and trim smooth border, and get a circle one on there, and it creates some nice, really sharp sort of which you can just sort of smooth over a little bit. I tend to use this with wood as well, this brush, but with a square alpha for brush and a circular one for metal. I mean, you can't really see much there at all, it's pretty much destroyed. Yeah, I think that was the reference that I used for this Jubilee clip actually. Be good to get some text on there. That'd be pretty sweet, right? So I don't really have much reference for this. I probably could get some, but I'm just going to do some like little wear and tear here where I just think it might be a little bit interesting to see something like it's being hit, worn down by spanner or whatever it is. Oh really? Okay. Do you think I should bend it a little bit, Nino? Just trying to find some old Jubilee clips. Do you mean like bent inwards or something? Like it's sort of like... Oh really? Okay. That's a bit strange. That just means that the convex mesh isn't simplified as much as it probably should be. I thought I fixed that. Bend like this, do you mean? Bend outwards or bend inwards? Okay. Okay, see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying actually, yeah, because of the opposing forces, yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be a subtle detail that you're probably not going to see or notice, but it's it's worth sort of knowing that sort of... Yeah, exactly. See, I would never have known that if I hadn't done this stream tonight. That's either my wife is going down the stairs or up the stairs. My kid is out of bed. Or we're all about to get murdered. Yeah, I don't know what Monkas is either. I've got both of them. Oh, yeah, no, I see it, sorry. It's just when people write it. I can. I don't know if I'm just not hip. I mean, you're not really going to see the inside of that, really. That's no. Old, yeah, that's right. The fact that I say I'm not hip clearly shows that I'm too old. It means I'm afraid. So I kind of want to put a little bit of like warping on this. I'm relying on Nino to tell me whether this is correct or not. Not hip. Hey Garfield, how's it going? Good to have you here. Yeah, I was thinking that, but in the reference, it seems pretty. That part, I guess, there's not many large details in it, and that's what sort of made me think that it would probably have more warping and what the heck? The viewer count went up to 72 then. That was random. Then back down to 46. Yeah, dude. I want to lower the intensity in this actually because it's something that doesn't seem to get small details in. It's more like larger, sort of softer details. Oh, sick. Good job, Perks. So, pending, pending, pending. The emotes are pending, but the bit tiers are approved, which is cool. Oh no, the 10k one is being approved still. Being pending. It's just wait. Oh no, never mind. It's something else entirely, isn't it? Bit tier badges. That's it. Yeah, they've been approved. Sweet. Thank you for the follow, Suckman. You are very much appreciated and welcome here. Hey, Perks. Badman. Thank you for the 100. Ah, so the new Blender's out. Is that Blender 2.93? Smoothing out this because it's a bit faceted there. Oh shoot. What is going on, man? Right, I need to chill, Nightbot. Chill out, man. Teddy, thanks for the cheer. Hey Shadow, how's it going? Thanks, dude. Oh, it's good to have you here, man. So, I've been making this, not blue, but this gutter gun, like a homemade weapon. We were just talking about your pie before. It's about time. About time, dude. Butterskin. Hey, Mushy Mushy, how's it going? Chill out, Nightbot. Well, no, this isn't for Rust, unfortunately. He's, yeah. If you don't know, I'm not allowed to, at least for now, stream Rust work, which is kind of, it's understandable. But, hype train. Hey, Climber. Good to have you here. You're very much welcome. Yeah, I know, it's a big shame. But you never know. You never know. Hey, Nino. The the shadow is here in the stream, guys. Oh, flip, 900. What the heck, man? You're still only second. Death bear. Oh no, I'm not baiting you. You're very much welcome here, by the way, Death bear. As is everyone else. And everyone lurking who is new to the... I'm going over there again. It's the cameras here. Everyone who's new here, you're very much welcome and appreciated. I don't think those would be really used that much. Hey Ryan, thanks Mushy Mushy. 40 lurkers in here. Is it 40? On mine it says 49. I don't know. Maybe it is. These are rookie numbers, aren't they? We need to pump those rookie numbers up. Yeah, 9 are probably only talking. You got the reference. I'm glad. I mean, if you want to share the stream, go ahead, guys. Let's pump these rookie numbers up. So I'm pretty happy with this, actually. So the question is now, like, how... So now I'm thinking, how will I do the retopology to this? How will I make the low poly? What will that entail? And like, how will I bake it? Like you said, so like, I want to make this as easy as possible for me because it's not really going in a game, but I want to aim for like game sort of proficiency. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into probably 3 or maybe 4, yeah, 4 sections actually. The clip itself going around, the brace here or whatever it's called, the screw, and the fake thread here, because that is just a cylinder, because you're not going to see that detail on the inside. Oh, thanks, Teddy. I appreciate that. Honestly, I really do. Just make skins for myself and you'll get 20, 30K viewers easy. I probably would, you know. I probably would. People go crazy. I'm like, how many do you think just go to a channel just to get the free skin and then just not return to the channel ever again? There's got to be a lot, right? Oh, thank you, Cynical Greed. That's just crazy, right? Like people who've, I imagine a lot of people who never really go on Twitch, but because they know they can get a free skin, that they probably just sign up. I wonder how many new accounts were created. Oh, we missed the train. The train has departed. It's okay, Cynical. I appreciate it. It's all good. Yeah, the LR was done by Minley. So were all the old animals that are getting replaced. Um, I would really love to redo a lot of the old weapons. One of them is obviously the rocket launcher. I would love to do that. Um, I would love to do um, like the LR as well, especially the MP5. Be really sweet. Yeah, I would love like I took a look at the MP5 and it's so weird. Like Min Lee did it in such a strange way. Like I've never seen it done before. I think he used the 3D thing in Photoshop to texture it because when I got the files, source files, it opened up in Photoshop in the 3D view thing, and my mind was just absolutely blown. Like, how does I've never seen anyone use Photoshop in that way to texture an asset. Yeah, it is pretty good still for being an old asset. I don't know how long ago that was done though. Hey, Teach HS, you're very much welcome here. Do the weapons get scaled down when we turn graphical settings down? If so, is the scaling down automatic or do you guys manually create less demanding models? Um, I think it's probably to do with texture resolution, maybe. Um, and also the level of detail. So if you're on like potato, you will only have LOD 3, the last LOD, um, which is going to look like absolute garbage because it's meant to have you're meant to see that LOD, that level of detail in that model from really far away. Um, yeah, he's probably talking about LODs. Knock you on a stick next. You know what, Shadowfrax? I probably will do that just for you. You know, we've got to do that. We've got to do that, don't we? Something like that. How about that be my next project? My next project after this. Knock you on a stick. Hey, Slushy's gang. How's it going? You're very much welcome here. To tap someone with a Nokia or not to tap someone with a Nokia? That is the question. So I'm just going to export these out. I mean, so with the baking process as well, I don't do. One of the questions before was, do I do an explode bake? I didn't forget. I remembered. Um, so one of the really nice things about marmoset toolbag is that you don't need to do an explode bake in terms of having to separate everything out. To me, that is an absolute nightmare. I really don't want to be messing with like super high res, millions of polygons of like high res meshes for the high poly bakes and having to move those out, then export them or whatever the process is. Um, um, so in Marmoset Toolbag, everything is sort of structured in a folder that can be separate from each of the mesh. So the rays don't interact. You can set individual folders um, to not cast on each other. So that solves the issue of having to do an explode bake and trying not to get things um, um, hitting each other basically. Lol, who made this? I don't know, but I'm sure we can do a better job. No offense if that was you, Bedrip. Oh, for goodness sake. I was just about to click on that Blakey as well. Shadow, do you know how many times I've been so tempted where I'm just sitting here at my desk at home after work doing nothing? I'm just like, I want to make that pie for him. I want to do it. I want to go into detail. I want to get steam rising up off the pie. Make the pie. Make the pie hype train. Um, how have I not got a high res model folder? Pie train. Look what you're doing, Shadow. You're turning this into your stream. um, which is all good. No, that's not how you spell meshes. No, no. I invite you to detrain this, derail this train happily, if it's you, Shadow. Kind of fanboying, so that's all good. I was tempted to ask you what your favorite pie was, but I think I already know the answer. And I think it's any pie. Any pie you can get your mitts on. Any pie is a goal, but steak and ale is the best. You know what? My wife made a homemade pie for us yesterday, and it was amazing. Because in some pies, right, the filling, like say like a chicken pie, you get like only a few bits of chicken, and it's mostly like the gloop and the insides of the pie sort of ripping away into it. But this was filled with chicken. Oh, it was good. It was good. I think the chicken had been cooked for like hours. It was good, man. Hey, Wild Muffin, very much welcome here. Anything with a crust and a filling. You know what? I'm so hungry right now. So hungry. And I wasn't like early today. We went to it was to Wilco's, and they still have the pick and mix aisle still there, but you have to wear a glove, and it's really strange. And I just ate a whole tub of sweets whilst we were in a meeting at work, and it was like the wrong decision. But now I'm like, I could eat a whole pie. It was not a Fray Bento's pie. Thank you, by the way, for the follow. If I haven't said, Slushy. Have I exported this out already? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So we've got the Jubilee clip. Why have I got 3ds Max in my toolbar? I'm going to remove that, unpin from taskbar. Bye-bye, 3ds Max. What is that? Oh, why is it there? The background. Yeah. I've got like it to change every now and then to some nice scenery. I used to have a picture of my family, but boring. I see them every day. Right, so is there anything else we can take into ZBrush and detail? I mean, there's the scissors, but I was going to do that detail in that sort of paint in Substance Painter. I think that would be really nice to do in Substance Painter. Really nice. By Wallpaper Agent, I do have that. You know what, a real rain meter? Have you used rain meter before? Because you can get some really sick stuff with that. Like really nice, like clocks for your desktop and stuff like that. That makes it feel like all sort of futuristic, and it's pretty sweet. Thank you so much for the follow, Arastraws. You're very much welcome here. Your name suggests that you draw. Do you draw? And what sort of stuff do you draw? Secret Bitcoin miner. Oh, sweet. Show me your stuff, dude. You know what? Let me so we were going to do the yeah, in the background, that's the real life thing. I just found it on the internet, and the rest is history. Oh, that's good, Aris. That's really cool. Well, you're more than welcome just to chill out with us all. No pressure. Um, so I kind of feel like I could probably go on to the low poly, possibly. Is there anything you guys want me to go over beforehand with this? Guys and girls, of course. Baking. How do I go about baking different maps? Okay. Let me see if I can pull something up for you. Just trying to think of something that I can show. Transmitter. What was this transmitter? How do I subdivide? How do I quickly subdivide when modeling? I feel like I get the right proportions I want beforehand, and then I have to hate to redo the work. So are you just in what context are you doing? Is it like characters? Is it environment stuff, or like prop work or weapon work? What is it exactly? Ah, you know what I can show? Maybe pistol. So yeah, so are you doing like subdivision modeling? Whoa, this is weird. Very strange. Oh, my question was, if you are modeling this gun, for example, hang on, let me just load up. Why is it over there? Do you create a basic shape and then subdivide right away and then continue working on it? So it depends what the object is, but for prop work, I tend to use hard ops box cutter. So like so it could be something like this. I don't know what this is exactly, but hey Alpha Channel. Now showing on both platforms. Yeah, on YouTube as well. Thank you for the follow, Space Grey. You're greatly appreciated here. I have sort of made a list already on my ArtStation. I should probably make a list in my Twitch actually. So I made a list here: Hard Ups Box Cutter, UV Packmaster 2, UV Toolkit, Polysource, Text Tools, F2, and Loop Tools. I'll link that to you there. But yeah, like if it, depending on the objects, I'll sort of change it up. So like usually for for screws, I would typically use subdivisional modeling just because it's just a little bit easier to use than hard ups for it because it's a bit more of a complex shape. Hi, Diver Fiction B. I could, but at the moment I probably won't, just because I've been asked to show some like baking stuff. You know what? I think I know what I could probably do if I can find it. Let me pull up some Halloween assets that I made, because I haven't even put those on ArtStation yet. Yeah, bake groups are honestly like probably the best method for me, at least, because I know it's different in Substance Painter if you use Substance Painter. So this is like the Halloween assets that I did, or one of them. Hey Dan. So if you can see here, I've got a bake project, and a load of bake groups. Here, I've got like a few of them. And you'll notice that I haven't exploded any of the mesh. These are just different parts of the different styles of the skulls, basically. So I shared the skulls and the spikes and the cloth, and the only real different thing was the pumpkin and the candles, and so they were just in their place where they should be, where I baked them. But I didn't have to move anything else, but everything was in its own group. So Skull 3 is here, like so, and so you see the offset here, encapsulating everything. But you can control that per group. So there's the other skull there, and so I have the teeth in their own folder with the high as well. And if you click on the low, you can exclude when ignoring groups. So when you bake, you can by default it ignores all the groups, so the AO gets cast like there's an intersection. But if I were to put exclude when ignoring groups, there'll be no AO cast on the skull, so it'll just be like just be no AO there. So when you're using Substance Painter and you do a dirt pass, it won't be affected at all. So that's really useful. That means I don't have to move stuff out of the way because I can just exclude it from the AO bake or the normals. Yeah, I've never used e-cycles. But also, like, there are some times when it's sort of unavoidable, you know. And but the good thing about this is if you select the group, select this group. I don't know what group this is, and if I can find it, I can just move the whole group out of the way in the viewport, so I don't have to do that in my 3D package like Blender or whatever. I can do that straight away. Hey, Canadian Corn Dog, how's it going? You're very much welcome here. Yeah, I'm using Blender in the studio. Yeah, that's right. But I really loved how these turned out. Um, so that's sort of my process when it comes to baking. Um, thank you so much as well for the follow. I really appreciate that. Um, imagine it as a. Oh man, the alpha's gone a bit strange here. Let me get rid of this spider webs. Just so you can see stuff. So yeah, this is what it looked like in the end in marmoset. Yeah, I was really happy with that actually. Thank you so much for the follow, Salvador Art. You're very much appreciated. Thanks, Eros. Yeah, I would definitely recommend marmoset for baking. One thing that is really incredible with it is the skew maps. Because it enables you to sort of combine sort of like, how would you say, different, how would you say it? So basically, if you had a bolt on a surface, a flat surface that was baked into the normals, um, usually what would happen is that it would become skewed and it would only be towards one direction depending on the model. So with a skew map, you can paint the area and you can change the normal direction, and so it'll be baked down perfectly as is intended. Hi, Lopez. Thank you so much for being here. Do I know if there will ever be new guns to Rust? I do know. I just don't know when. And I know there's going to be a lot. Yeah, I should probably post this to ArtStation actually. I've not posted this yet. I don't know why. Thank you. Why is it over there? What? What's just happened? Hey Vavu, how's it going? It's good to have you here. I'm just gonna go get a drink because I'm thirsty. So I will be right back. It's not starting soon, it's starting right now. Sorry about that. So Dan, if you're still here, are you still here? I think you are, yeah. Is Ant as well? No, he's not. That's alright. So Dan sent me... Not Dan. I'm such an old man. Proper smooth brain. Shoot, go for it. Is it really that quiet? That's so strange. It's on max. How close are you to your headphones? How tiny are your ears? Makes no sense, I know. So Ant sent me this video. And it kind of... I don't know if that's... This looks like a pretty cool gun, actually. It seems like one video I'm going to have to listen to. The music is super quiet. Yeah. I can increase that if you want me to. I just didn't want it to be like overpowering. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be one that I'm going to have to listen to. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's at the back, isn't it? So that's what pushes the bullet. You don't want to know. You might be very surprised what I listen to. So apart from like lo-fi music and like synthwave, which I just like listen because I don't really like songs with words in it, unless it because I feel like words are meaningful. They have a lot of intention behind it, and a person, unless well, I'm not speaking about like some particular artists, but I think artists when they write the songs with a lot of purpose behind it, a lot of meaning. Um, and I at uni I got into like I got into this sort of stage where I sort of refused listening to songs with that had lyrics and words in it because it just painted a real unrealistic picture of life and not my experience, and it was kind of depressing. So I just started to listen to like cinematic music and ambient music, um, and like then more recently like lo-fi and synthwave. Um, yeah, one of the best game soundtracks I've ever heard is Darksiders 2. I think it was 2 or 1. Absolutely amazing. So good. Um, but obviously, you know, being a Christian, I listen to like gospel music. Like there's lots of like gospel rap and stuff like that. It's all strange, but that's the only music that I would listen to with words because I care about the words because they're meaningful. But outside of that, synthwave, um, like chill music, lo-fi stuff that I can just sort of get in focused into, like with the music. Check this guy's cinematic markups, dude. It's so well mixed. I will do. Rest OST for life. It's the only thing I listen to. I sometimes put on like a fire recording, like a 4 hour fire recording, in the dining room. The TV's there. It's like the Philips Hue TV, so it flickers with the fire. It's kind of like a nice fake fireplace. It's kind of nice. Sets the mood. Death metal. So what I'm gonna save the mechanic for later. I'm gonna do some. Should I do some retopology, or is there something else that you want me to cover before I do any retopology? I mean, I can look at some Substance Painter files for some of the textures that I've done for some stuff, if you want. Or quick question, go for it. How did I model the wearing chips? The just in ZBrush. I mean, you could do it in Blender, but I did it in ZBrush. Yeah. If you want to view all that sort of stuff, I've got it all recorded on YouTube, as like a little like 5 part. I think it's 6 part tutorial series. So if you're interested in that, I could send you the link to that. All right, Cynical Greed. Uh, really appreciate for your kindness and you just being here, just sort of contributing to the stream and the vibe and everything. Take it easy. Thank you, Salvador. I really appreciate that. All right, Canadian corn dog. You have a good day. Let me just get you that link for you, dude. And yeah, I appreciate that, Salvador. It's I really appreciate it, especially when people have like sort of followed me on ArtStation for a while. It's really amazing. I surpassed the 5,000 follower mark on ArtStation today, which was pretty incredible. Like I really appreciate just over the years people just sort of keeping an eye on the stuff that I do, and just sort of like contributing in their own way. Sick. Are you I'm gonna butcher this name, aren't I? G-O J-O. How British am I? Or Eva Vu. Thank you for following me on ArtStation, by the way. I appreciate that. On Discord. Oh, dude, I didn't even see this, man. Dan, I didn't even see your messages either. I've not been notified of any of them. Oh, I like those perks. They're pretty nice. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, all those models that you see on my ArtStation, that's what I'm responsible for. Hey, Slavnaja, thank you so much. Of course, my pleasure. I just wish I kind of did it earlier, you know? You should maybe make a Discord. Yeah, a few people have said that now. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. So I was just reading your question, Slushy. I feel refreshed. I mean, I feel bad because like I'm doing more retopology. I'm in that stage kind of where I'm doing some more retopology. I'm not doing so much modeling per se. I mean, I could change up the trigger perhaps because I'm in two minds with it. Yeah. Well, actually, hang on. Let me go into ZBrush because I said I was going to change this up a little bit. It's like an angry face. Just going to get rid of the it's not really needed. Just going to detail the inside of this a little bit because it kind of needs it, I think. I kind of feel like I want to get it so like this is a bit rough in here so it's not so smooth, you know? So let me see. I'm going to get that brush up that I said before, that trim smooth brush, and put the square brush on. This is the one that I usually use for wood. Has anyone got any projects that they want to work on that they've got their eyes set on but haven't just started yet? A loaded new brush in. What's that, RS? Oh, that's cool. Hey Perks, you're the bits leader now. Congratulations. Easy. Hey Shakama. ASMR voice. You know, that would be quite good for a channel like this, I suppose. Oh, you're working on an ArtStation challenge. Oh, what's that one, Cody? Don't know what to say to that. I appreciate that. Oh, shit. Oh, sick. That's looking really nice. I didn't know they did challenges on ArtStation. It's looking really good, dude. I like the forms that you've got. Really solid. I see. I've always my voice. I've always been a bit scared of entering those sort of challenges. I don't know what it is. Like I've always wanted to do that, like the prop ones at poly count. Oh, sick! I love your environment stuff. I did see this actually. Oh, it's you. Sick. I'm just looking at your feudal Japan stuff. That's cool, man. I like those trees. Good stuff. Oh, sick. Yeah, that's really nice. So with this, it generally creates like really sharp, like transitions. So what I tend to do with this brush, if it's like a softer wood that's sort of like this kind of hardwood, it like in a lot of the like chips and dents, they tend to be quite soft. So I go over the all of the dents with like the smoothing brush just to smooth it out a bit, just to keep it a little bit consistent. Because the last thing I want is like really sort of like hyper normal information when it bakes out. So Nath, how's it going? You're very much welcome here. Thank you for following. I really appreciate it. How's it going? Little does he know. I'll let him work it out. I'm sorry, Nino. You take it easy. You're always welcome. No worries, Nino. Take it easy. So I'm just going to do some sort of like light, very subtle damage just on the round corners here. Just to sort of like indicate like maybe it's been bashed a little bit, you know, or dropped in the mad rush. Oh, dude. Thank you so much. I forgot about that, you know, that Von that the Prime, like if you got Amazon Prime, is it Amazon Prime? You get like a free subscription to something on Twitch. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follow, Norwegian. Do I play Rust? Yeah, not as much as I probably should do, but I do play Rust. And yes, I do love it. It is one of my favorite games. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a dev, I work on it, but because it's just like my type of game. Like, well, I mean, like, people think that I would have like thousands of hours on it, and I don't. Just smoothing that out again. Just getting some subtle wearing on this. Ah, Cody, man. Bad man. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that.
Cody 5.
I do here now? I appreciate it, Cody. You take it easy. Thank you so much. You gotta see this shot. Can I link it or DM? What is it? Link it if you want. What?
Who needs 5-5?
Fucked him up! Yo, I fucked him up good, bro! I swear to God,
Oh, Vaughn!
Yeah?
You've
You could
commented on
headshot him
I'm so confused.
with a slug.
Another one.
Got him.
You can shoot through stairs now, right?
as if, man. What a shot!
Who needs 5-5?
Fucked him up! Yo, I fucked him up good, bro! I swear to God, I did. You could headshot him
I'm so confused.
with a slug.
Can you just imagine just on that thing and you're just getting smacked by a slug? That's awesome. So I'm just sort of putting like some sort of scraping in here, just because like I want to have some sort of detail. I might go in with like the clay brush as well, just to get some wider details. The clay build-up brush is probably pretty good with this, but if I'm going to use that, I'm going to have to use the smooth because it's quite sharp. Maybe 3, just so it's auto smooths it. It's a bit heavier, a bit taxing, but this was there for you. Hey, Average Jelly. Oh man. Sorry if this is too loud.
Shit on potato graphics.
Oh, you just got.
God damn, who got bolted?
That wasn't a bolty, that's a pumpy.
It's a pumpy.
You really can't see shit on potato graphics.
Whoa, did you see that then?
God damn, who got bolted?
Oh, you just got.
God damn. You really can't see shit on.
See that? You know what it reminds me of? Star Wars Episode 7. You know when he freezes the blaster? It's just like a streak of blue. That's what it reminds me of.
Shit on potato graphics.
Oh, you just got.
God damn, who got bolted?
That wasn't a bolty, that's a pumpy.
Orange got slugged.
Got slugged. Sick. That was a good shot, dude. Yeah, I saw your comments on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it is you, right? Oh man, what have I done here? I'm going to turn this smoothing down a little bit because it's quite taxing. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, just bringing some sort of detail in here. It doesn't have to be too crazy, I would say. That's a bit better, actually. Sick. You've done 1,000. Cody subscribed to tier 2. What? Bad man. Well, you know you're always welcome here, Miss Jelly. Always. Wait, what? Did he actually... Ah, dude, I appreciate that, man. That's so kind. Hey, if I got, like, people like you, just... Doesn't matter how many people I have on here, really. Like, I consider that success. Because I've not really had any people, like I said before, like, just spamming me with, like, unban requests and all sorts of stuff like that. You guys have just been, like, so chill and, like, genuine and kind. What's that, Perks? There haven't been any. Wait, I don't get this tier 2. Well, I mean, there's 3 tier subs, right? And like... Oh, right, okay, flip. That's crazy. Oh, that's very kind of him. Very kind of him. You just don't expect generosity from strangers. I think we're all in that sort of default, especially British people are in that default. Thank you so much for the follow, Cryptocrats. It's sort of just like in that default stage where everyone's sort of out for themselves. And I guess in some case that's kind of true, but not always. Like, people are really surprised by the kindness of others. Hey, dude. Mr. Mystery Man. How's it going? Thank you for the follow. Thanks for just chilling out with me. Yeah, I saw that video of him smacking up some dude with a yoke. It was mental. Yeah, I don't know, Perks. Hey Perks, I really appreciate you doing that. Honestly, taking your time out to do something like this for a total stranger. Yeah, ArtStation is like legit awesome. I mean, Behance is probably more for graphic designers, maybe. That's probably my general take from it. I appreciate it, Perks. That sounds like I said, I appreciate your perks, as in Perks. That is not what I meant. The puns. Rapunzel. No, that jokes. Stay away.